faced with personal struggles and undesirable desire to feed their addiction. The characters you've been waiting for.
Bilis!
Mark Beats. Mark Beats.
Batang pasaway at lahat sasabay hanggang mamatay. Rosta, dadaling ko hanggang mamatay. Di na pwede lumiko, di na pwede umatras, di na pwede lumiko. At lasing na lasing at pabilis ng pabilis. At kapag tinopak na ako, di na pwede tumino.
Lahat ay babanggain, lahat ay babanggain, lahat ay babanggain. Nang umarang-arang-arang sa amin ay sasamain. Dire-diretso lang kapag meron kang mga ganito, nire-respeto ka.
Pwede drugs mo ta. Ada, kailangan tatikas. No money, no drugs rules. Ang pangasim. Awan, ang balin mo. Sige na, utanod. Business is business. Babush.
Every child deserves a future filled with hope, joy, and limitless potential. Yet, in the face of drug addiction and delinquency, their dreams can be shattered. To reach out with compassion, it is our collective responsibility to stand together and to take action against this perilous path. Together, we can make a profound differences in the lives of these vulnerable teens, preventing them from falling into the clutches of addiction and delinquency.
Young people are dying. They're overdosing on heroin and fentanyl. You wonder, how did this young person get to this horrible spot in life? Let's turn back the clock. Go back in time, to younger days, to understand how addiction starts, to understand how to prevent it from happening. While each addiction situation is different, there are generally 3 ingredients. First, teens have a lot to cope with. Many teenagers are trying to figure out, who am I? What is my identity? And there is stress. When teens were asked, they said the number one reason they used drugs was to deal with the pressures and stress of school. And some teens have to cope with stress at home. There could be emotional neglect, abuse, divorce, a family member with an illness, a family member who is addicted, the death of a loved one, money troubles, or other challenges. Many teens also need to cope with depression or social anxiety. In addition to a lot to cope with, some teenagers, through no fault of their own, have poor coping skills. Maybe their parent or parents have been caught up in their work or other family crises and do not even realize that their teenage child needs help. Maybe their parent or parents are struggling themselves and are simply not able to teach their kids how to constructively cope with life. And teens who experience day-to-day depression or social anxiety may develop an unwarranted negative self-image. This can make it tougher to cope. The third ingredient to addiction that may be present is certain brain chemistry. Some people, by virtue of how their brain processes chemicals, get hooked easier. You can attribute this to your family tree, otherwise known as genetics. Genetic susceptibility doesn't have to be present for a teen to develop addiction, but it can increase their chances. All 3 of these pieces do not have to be present for addiction to happen. Any one piece, if strong enough, can lead a teen down the addiction path.